So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Navamsa series. And today we're going to be covering Saturn, Shani, in the ninth house of your D9 Navamsa chart. As in, what happens when Saturn is in the ninth house of your Navamsa, the D9, not the birth, D9, which is one of the most important charts in Vedic astrology, which kind of shows your married life, the strength of your planets, your inner working, your fortune, your second half of life. It pretty much can just be used as a chart on its own. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular Saturn in the ninth house, what your other astrological details are, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultation under the shop section, including my academy, Magha Vedic Astrology Academy, which is now complete with all the videos and lessons up there. And especially the last lesson, I did a live test right when I'm shooting, live test with the Prashna, and it was just like boom, 100% accuracy. So that was amazing. Thank you, scientific technique. So let's get started with our Saturn video of in ninth house. So as you know, ninth house in the Navamsa is known as the house of Bhagya, meaning your luck, your fortune. That comes through all the things that Navamsa represents. It represents your internal belief in divinity. It shows additional information about your father, your gurus, your counselors. Okay. And ninth house, obviously in Navamsa, will definitely show the stability and luck of the marriage. How fortunate are you in terms of getting married, finding a good partner, and living a wholesome life. So now here you've got Saturn. And this is a quasi placement with Saturn, because Saturn has to be in a good dignity for the marriage to take place on time. Most of the time, especially in a female's horoscope, if Saturn is in the ninth house, it can delay the significance of marriage and luck and finding that wholesome prosperity. Now, Saturn can give that as well if Saturn is in a good sign, meaning its exaltation, its own sign, its friendly signs, and especially if, let's say, it creates a yoga like a Raj yoga, a Dhan yoga with a certain planet. Then it'll give, your past life fruits into your second half of life or your marriage. Because you got to understand, it's not Saturn that is doing something to you. That is the misconception that I kind of grew up with myself as a youngster. But Saturn is just a mailman. Why are you cursing the mailman for bringing you a document which is very important to you? Because it shows about maybe your debt that you owe to someone. And it's better to know it on time before your credit gets hit. Or a mailman can bring a bonus check from your company, a bonus tax return check from the government. Because if it does that, oh, you're going to praise the mailman. Oh, thank you, mailman, you're the best. And if it brings the debt, like, oh, you're the most horrible person in this entire community to do this. Why are you doing that? It's just a male person. And one thing we do see, that a person finds it hard to kind of believe in any kind of like a religious and even spiritual dogmatic information. This person, because Saturn, you got to know, it's a rebellion. So Saturn is a rebellious graha. It will only believe in something and go towards something when it benefits not just itself, but other people, the masses. And so this is why Saturn in the ninth house can be a great judge of knowing that, is this good? Is this right? Or is this not? But also the other danger here is this, that one could be fooled by a guru. One could be fooled by some religious organization. One could be thinking they have won a $1 million sweepstakes when it's only worth $20 if you read the fine details. So these things happen with Saturn. And Saturn, specifically here, gives really karmic relationship with either a large organization or your elder sibling. Like one just cannot work in an organized fashion. One cannot work in an organization. They have to be like kind of like independent and rebellious to that. They have to be quite contrary to what the establishment represents. At the same time, this particular Saturn gives right direction towards investments, making good investments. One definitely loves sacrificing themselves towards children, and one feels like it's their duty and commitment to bring romance into the marriage. Now, Saturn in the 5th house is different. See, Saturn in the 9th house actually shows that a person feels like, no, I know I don't like this. I know I don't like to buy flowers on Friday. I know I don't want to go to some fancy dinner, but you know what? It's my duty and commitment as a husband to do that for my wife. Or the wife will be like, it's my duty and commitment to be more romantic with my husband, even though I am not that, but it is part of this marriage, commitment and this contract. So these are the places you can do very well. And also Saturn brings great interest in hidden knowledge or attaining higher luck through some secret information. But like I said, on the other hand, one can just feel like, they're just like a horse chasing a carrot at a Kentucky Derby. They're always chasing that luck, but it just keeps running further and further away. Now, this doesn't mean it's a permanent thing, because of course, after literally experimenting and learning certain things, especially with Vastu Shastra, you can definitely make a difference in your life, especially if you go towards the corner of Shani, which is the west direction. Like whenever your Saturn is bad, make sure your west direction is clutter-free, and make sure there's no dominating, like green color in the west or dominating red color in the west. Sometimes even yellow, and dominating meaning like curtains and wall colors. And you got to understand, if you learn Vastu, west is the direction of fulfillment of desires. Venus is not fulfilling that. Jupiter is not fulfilling that. Sun is not fulfilling that. It is Saturn. Saturn fulfills the desire. So, of course, we have to understand a whole lot more about Jyotish as students. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Saturn in the 9th house of your D9 Navamsa chart. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below if you want to know where your Saturn is placed, all the other astrological details. For that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.